Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the InsurTech Summit 2021, presented to you by CXO Global Forum. Up next, we've got another very interesting session, AI, Artificial Intelligence in Insurance, by Mr. Munir Ahmad, who's the Executive Director at United International Group, and Dr. Tariq Mahmood, who's a professor at IBA. I believe Mr. Tariq Mahmood wishes to start with the presentation. So over to you, sir. The floor is yours.
Uh, Thanks, Hanza. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. The topic that has been given to me is linking AI with health tech and insurtech. I'd like to thank Mr. Ashfaq Ahmed for giving me this opportunity for conveying my thoughts on this topic. So, currently, I'm working at IBA in the Department of Computer Science. I'm a full professor there, and I've been with IBA since 6 years. Just a bit about my profile. I have a master's and a PhD in machine learning, and I have been doing consultancies and trainings in the domains of data science, big data, business intelligence, data governance, and related fields for the last 10 years in different industries. I have, before I joined IBA, I have conducted numerous trainings in different industrial sectors. And one of the things that we have done at IBA is that I designed this diploma for big data analytics, which is purely hands-on diploma targeted towards industry professionals. And we are currently into the sixth batch. So, Alhamdulillah, in the last 5 years, we have completed six batches of this diploma, and it's Alhamdulillah going very good. Yeah. So the purpose of this diploma was to in fact bring a change in the industry by training the professionals in the IB environment on all the hands-on activities and imparting the theoretical skills related to data science and big data, so that the industry professionals can bring a change in their industry. And Alhamdulillah, that has been happening in the last 4 or 5 years. Let me start with health tech. So, who defines health tech as the application of organized knowledge and skills in the form of devices, medicines, vaccines, procedures, and systems developed to solve a health problem and improve the quality of lives? So, all of us know that since the 1980s, when Oracle launched the database, the computing technologies are on the rise, and we have seen the rise of the internet. We have seen the social network giants. We have seen the field of big data, machine learning, and now deep learning is becoming very famous. And all of these actually are part of artificial intelligence. So the purpose is to use these computational technologies in different domains like healthcare to improve the quality of lives. So obviously, when we talk about healthcare, the purpose in healthcare is to improve the experience of the patient, enhance the satisfaction of the patient, make sure that the hospital is, making its own profit in a good way, and make sure that the doctors are being utilized in a good way, so they are not being underutilized or overutilized, etc., etc. So the concept of technology that we have is that we want to use the data that is now accumulating in different types of databases like Oracle, MongoDB, Hadoop, in different types of data lakes, for example. And we want to use that to improve the customer experience, or in healthcare we want to improve the patient experience. Okay, so that has been a big deal since the last 20-25 years, and there's a lot of work has been done in this domain. I'm going to show you some examples of some applications first, which are currently in use. Some of them are absolutely free. For example, this is the Be My Eyes mobile application, and it allows the people who don't have a very good eyesight or who are completely blind to connect to volunteers. So anyone can volunteer for free, and currently I think they have hundred thousands of volunteers connected to this app. So anyone who has a limitation in using their eyes, they can connect to the volunteers, and the volunteers can help them get their task done. There's a very very simple example of the use of computers to solve the a big problem for senior year patients, for example, for senior patients, or maybe for any patient who is blind or nearly blind. And this kind of application is it just requires uh, a development of a small software. It does not require any intelligence. It just requires the development of a software which can connect two people, and one of them can help the other person. So this is a pretty famous app, and it is being downloaded by different people across the world. This is the Intellect mobile application. So their logo is mental health made for everyone. So this app allows you to connect to your health consultants. It can allow you to connect to different types of specialists like psychologists or neurophysicians, etc., etc. And it also allows you to take some sort of trainings. So what happens is that this involves a bit of artificial intelligence, in that when you sign into the application, you just tell them what you want, and you tell them about yourself, your age, etc., etc., your problems. And based on the data that you have entered, they're going to find out the best possible mental health facility that they can recommend to you. So they might recommend to you some particular people, and they will recommend to you definitely some programs which you can take to improve your mental health. So that is also part of artificial intelligence, that they by looking at your data that you have provided to them, they are able to figure out what's the best combination of trainings and the doctors that can help you regain your mental health. So this is also a pretty famous application. This is the Cheers One app. Cheers One actually converts your mobile phone into a hearing aid. So this is a wireless hearing aid, intelligent hearing aid, and this obviously involves the use of artificial intelligence, because it is supposed to enhance the signal. The person who is sitting near you, it takes the voice of that person and modifies that digital signal. uh, you know
Tariq
uh,
Saab, if I may intervene,
yeah.
kindly note that I think you need to share the slides again because they're not being changed. We can't see them visibly on the screen.
Okay, that's let me I did share the window. um, Let me just put the PowerPoint again. Can you see it now? Because at my end, I am being shown that I am sharing it. I have the stop sharing button in front of me.
Yeah, Tariq sir, we can see now the slides.
Okay. Okay. So Shears is actually this is the I was telling you guys that I was telling the audience that if someone is sitting near you and he or she is speaking, so this application is going to input these voice signals of that person, the speech that that person is making, and it is going to enhance that application, that voice basically, so that it becomes more clear, it becomes louder, the noise in the voice is removed. So for that you need definitely artificial intelligence techniques to filter out the noise and to enhance the voice signal. Okay, so this is another application in which health tech is benefiting from artificial intelligence, and this is also a mobile application which you can download. Okay. Okay, health tech. This is Find. find a doc. So this is a mobile application which is particularly for Hong Kong, and this can help you, find your relevant doctor. I do not think so that we have such a facility here in Pakistan, which is direly needed, because we basically go through word of mouth. Because we, if someone is sick, then we just ask our relatives or ask our own parents, or our children, whether they know some good doctor, and then we just go to that person, right? So this application, find a doctor, is very very well suited to finding you the best person based on how much you can spend, and what has been your past history, what are your demographics. So in Hong Kong, is going to recommend you the best possible doctor that you should go to. So this is a very simple example of artificial intelligence, that again, like the previous app that we saw, in the second app that we saw, this is also similar to that, that it takes your demographics information, and it is going to help you find out the relevant doctor. So the part of AI which tackles this is actually called a recommender system. So a recommender system involves those algorithms and those maths which can take your data and associate that with the list of doctors, and then it is going to find the best match. So that comes under the umbrella of recommender systems, and there's a lot of work being done. There are many many apps there already, and there are many e-commerce systems which are using the same technology. um, Care Voice actually is a company which are dealing with health insurance. So they are actually allowing the people who have taken health insurance to streamline things in a very good way for them. So for example, if you become eligible to use your health insurance, then what happens? Because typically what you might need to do is to do lots of manual activities. You might need to visit 2 or 3 centers, you might need to visit the hospital 2 or 3 times. So it might be a long process before the money can be reimbursed to you. Like for example, we have in US Medicare and Medicare, for example. So that process is pretty complicated. It might involve some legal proceedings as well. So now we have several apps which are streamlining the process of getting the insurance. So everything is controlled through a mobile phone. The process through which you get your money back, through which you pay the hospital, is actually automated now, and it is controlled entirely through your mobile application. So you just log on to this application and enter your data, enter the receipts of the hospital and whatever. So all the relevant softwares are there, which can get the insurance on track for you, and the payment becomes it's just automated payment to the hospital. So it's that simple. So even it is possible that a particular hospital develops its own health insurance app, or some insurance company can develop such an application for all the types of different insurances that they are giving to their clients. So it just becomes easy, because the manual activities right these days are becoming more and more cumbersome in the age of mobile or the cellular phone. So people want to see such apps with just a few clicks you get everything done. And that is a major part of AI work that is being done right now, automating simple things which are not that much simple in real life. Okay. um One other thing that now we are right now, I have up to now discussed some apps in which we did not use much complicated mathematics or complicated formulae. It's more towards automation and increasing the quality of your data. But all of us know about machine learning and predictive analytics, or data science as we call it. So we can use that to make predictions. So one of the things that is the hospitals want done, that they want to utilize their staff in a good way, right? Because especially in the emergency department, you never know how many people to put there, because you do not know the flow of the patients in the emergency department. If I am able to make some sort of prediction about the quantity of patients that are going to be the in the emergency room at different times of the day, I can actually use that information to improve my staffing. And even if I'm able to improve my staffing by 50%, that's a big deal, because then that means that I'm saving money and I'm increasing the satisfaction of my employees at the same time. So it's not necessary to have a model which predicts 100% accurately. Even if it predicts 60% accurately the number of patients, you still improve your staffing by 60%. So that's a big deal. And I personally have talked to some doctors, and they have actually told me that this is indeed a major problem that we are facing in the hospital. So that is something which can be solved through machine learning, which is again part of AI. um, in the case of patients, all of us know that we are looking at real time alerts, especially for the elderly patients which are at high risk of any type of attack, for example, or some sort of blood pressure variation, etc., etc. So the trend these days is to develop such dashboards that you can see here. We have the tools like Power BI and ClickSense, and we have also Tableau. These three business intelligence tools are right now, I think they have conquered the whole world, and they are, according to my experience, I think they are the best BI tools that you can have. You can develop your applications on one of these tools, and then you can program the applications in your system to generate alerts. So you're looking at the vitals of the patient, or you're looking at the let's say your the patient turnover, are you looking at your employee turnover, for example, in real time. And if something exceeds some threshold, okay, and then so you can say that, okay, an alert is generated. For example, we don't have enough doctors in the emergency room, so we can generate an alert based on that. And we might not have enough doctors to solve one particular problem, so we can generate an alert on that. We might have a high mortality rate suddenly for some sort of disease like corona or covid. We can generate an alert of that. So the number of beds, for example, if it turns down, if it is zero, we can have an alert for that. And we can also have an alert for the situation in which we have lots of beds which are empty, which obviously the hospital does not want. So in this case, in the case of real time data like hospitals and maybe some like nuclear reactor type of places in which you have to monitor things in real time, so you can generate these alerts. That's also part of AI, because business intelligence dashboards are also coming under the umbrella of AI. All of us know about this, the sensors which can be worn, because most of us have even bought these sensors in the last 2 or 3 years, and we are just using them to monitor our blood pressure, etc., etc. So these are the different types of sensors that can be worn on the body of the patient, and they come under the domain of IoT, Internet of Things. You can consider that each of these sensors is a computer, and it transfers information over a wireless network to some computer or a server machine, in which you can apply data analytics technologies to determine how the patient is going, how what is the health of the patient, what are the symptoms of the patient, etc., etc. So this kind of thing, it is now possible that the doctor just monitors the patient in his home, or while going somewhere else, while some driver is driving the car and the doctor is sitting in the back, and he can just monitor the patient on his tablet or mobile phone, based on the data coming from the patient's home. So that is also part of AI, and this is easier said than done, because you need to have an IoT network in place. If you want to set up your own, it's a complicated procedure, but it can be done. You need to buy some machines in your IT department which are dedicated to such a task, and they can gather this
Sir,
information. Yeah.
with all due respect, I would just like to remind you if you could kindly wrap up within the next 1 minute. We have Mr. Munir Ahmad as well and some other speakers lined up. So
Okay,
kindly, I would request you to quickly
i'll
wrap
try
up.
to I'll try to finish. Okay. And then we have this telemedicine, in which this is happening currently in Aga Khan, in which the doctors can treat while sitting remotely, so they can monitor monitor the surgery, and you can also control the robots to do the surgery. That is also happening. Now on to InsurTech. I'll just take 2 or 3 minutes more. InsurTech, we can obviously we can already think about it, that InsurTech means that we are applying these AI based and computing technologies to improve the way insurance is run. Okay, so it's a combination of insurance and technology, and it is inspired by fintech. So I'm going to go through some apps very quickly. This is the Quanti app, which helps you automate the valuation of your insurance products and also predicts the damage, the amount of damage that has been done, or you can say it predicts the risk of a particular client or a particular application. So that can happen in real time. Uh, it's an automated thing. Okay. So this app Hippo is basically for smart home people who are living in smart homes, and through the use of devices, they can detect any sort of accident in advance which is related to insurance. Okay, so it is now possible to monitor your data regarding different types of activities in your smart home or your smart life to predict in advance what sort of insurance would you be needing and whether such an incident is about to happen or not. Okay. um, this is basically the Lemonade app, which is pretty famous, and this is much more practical than the previous two ones, in which you can automate the process of processing the insurance claims and underwriting the policies. So you just automate that process. You don't have to do manual work about that, so you use the natural language processing or text analytics to do that. Okay. In this case, Sorcero app, it's basically again the same thing as this one. So it's doing the same thing. It's able to process the claims. If some person files a claim, so it's all manual. So these apps can just understand that manual application and then determine all the risk analysis for the insurance company and just gives you the output in an automated manner. Relay app, it is basically all about automating everything related to reinsurance, and this is a very novel idea in which you can insure any sort of dangerous activities that you do. So if you die in this while skiing or others, so you can get an insurance for that through this app Spot. So it's just a type of insurance which is not very common. And Zesty.ai, it can basically assess the risk for you in property insurance. So that's a very very famous app, and it uses artificial intelligence to estimate the risk in the domain of property insurance. This is an app to detect the fraud in insurance claims. So maybe someone can just upload a video like this or upload some image like this and say this is my car is wrecked, etc., etc. So this app is able to use deep learning techniques to actually detect whether the person is speaking the truth or not. We can also have we have apps now which are giving you insurance regarding the drone flights, so they can assess the risk in the drone flight in advance through calculations. And the Surround, they are bringing innovation to the concept of insurance. For example, you can insure, if you rent a car, you get an insurance for that. You can also get yourself insured if some motorbike hits you or some car hits you. So these are the new types of insurances which typically people do not take. So it allows you to take even that insurance through your mobile app. So AI is, I'm just at the last part of the slide now of my presentation. AI is all about helping people to by making applications which can perform as well as humans, and or applications which can perform better. But better means in terms of efficiency and effectiveness. AI does not mean that a computer has sixth sense or a computer can think or it can guess. uh, we cannot replace the human judgment. We are just there to facilitate the human judgment, the human decision making process. I need to spend 1 minute on this slide. This is what we need to figure out. Currently, many companies have this problem of data. The quality of the data is not at all good. So first of all, we can use AI technologies by making small softwares to improve the quality of the data. We can remove the errors in the data. We can improve the quality through many ways that are there, so that your data becomes ready for usage in analytics. Then data governance, probably most of the people must be knowing about that. Data governance is actually
Sir,
uh,
kindly, if you could wrap up, we have to give the
okay,
other
okay,
speakers
just
some time as
okay,
well. Please wrap up.
okay. So data governance is actually the set of all processes and technologies which allow you to manage the data in a better way. Then we have the implementation of robotic process automation modules, which can automate different tasks for you in the company. Then we have to move from databases to the concept of data lakes, which are becoming a standard now. And then we are on to data warehousing, business intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, blockchain, and IoT. So these are the AI technologies which people are using in the applications that I've shown you to actually get the results from there. This is a process, so I will not go into the details of that. I can just tell you that there's a lot of room for implementation of an AI application. You need to select from the different boxes here. And the final slide is, if you want to bring a change, then how you bring the change? You start small, okay? So you start with a small proof of concept. You can get the proof of concept implemented through some university as well. For example, you can get it implemented through IBA or FAST or any other university. So once you have the proof of concept, then you can get the whole application developed if the proof of concept is successful. So if you have questions, then please, I'll be more than willing to answer them. So I guess we have no questions.
None. Thank you, sir, for your time, Mr. Munir Ahmad.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Munir Ahmad, Executive Director of United International Group. In our group, we have an insurance company, United Insurance. Most of the people will be familiar with this name. I am responsible for the IT infrastructure of the group and also the InsurTech in our group. Let me introduce you quickly about our solution. We have insurance management and takaful management system, which covers everything: underwriting, accounts, claims, reinsurance. So out of our product, I will share with you a case study, what we are developing now. So before going to that case study, I will tell you that how we develop this product. First of all, as a United software, we have developed this product for United Insurance, which is our in-house development for our own group company. Okay, then what we did is that when the product get matured, we sell it to 3 insurance companies in Pakistan. And after that, we have started developing the APIs, mobile apps, portals, machine learning, deep learning. And now we have 3 international clients from Dubai, Afghanistan, and Uzbekistan. Okay, now this is the important part of the summit and the InsurTech. That currently all the general insurance companies, those are doing livestocks, they are using classical RFID tags. What we do is when we insure any animal, we do a tag in the ears or in the feet of the animal, or sometime in the international in different countries, they are using it using the injectable tags. Okay, the challenges with this model is that it is very difficult to inject in the animals because it is difficult to handle them. Also, it damages the skin and also the ears of the animal. So here comes the machine learning solution. In United Software, we call it Animal Face ID. Like everyone is familiar to the Face ID, that in latest mobiles like in iPhone and Android, you can use register your face. It takes some images and then recognize you by your face. So you call it Face ID. Okay, in United Insurance, we are developing Animal Face ID. Okay, let me explain you how it works. Actually, we are livestock insurance company, so we are insuring a lot of animals. So what we did is we started creating a data set. we started collecting unique animals, their faces, and storing into our big database. Then what we did is that we develop a deep machine learning algorithm. Its accuracy is 99%, which detects the face of the animal, and then we store this animal into our big data. This process, we call it animal registration to its unique face. Okay, once the animal is registered and it is insured by the United Insurance, once the claim is coming that our client, our valuable client is claiming that the animal is dead or something, so our mobile application can take the images or the video again and we can recognize the animal. Using this deep learning algorithm, the accuracy is about 95%. So before this smart deep learning algorithm, we was doing it manually, and we were getting a lot of problems. By the instruction of the state bank, we started collecting the animal images, and now it is ready. And Alhamdulillah, I am conducting my PhD on this topic. And also it is beta release is already implemented in United Insurance. Okay, now I want to explain you about more research in United Software. We are doing disease predictions, which we will be using with the health insurance model or the InsurTech companies. We will welcome them to use our models. These research papers were fully funded by the international universities to us. In this, we have already 4 research paper published in high impact factors. Like I give you 2 examples, that the diabetes early stage prediction, that you are giving data to our model and it will start predicting the model. Like Dr. Tariq was giving the examples of the few applications. So we are developing them in Pakistan, in United Software in-house development. Okay, the second is which I give this case study, AFR, animal face recognition. This is also a fully international funded project, which we are doing in United Software with the help of my university, where I am doing a PhD. My supervisor is collaborating with me, and he will be doing the postdoc in this topic. Okay, this AFR, the beta version is already implemented in United Insurance. We are testing it in-house, and inshallah, it will be readily available commercially to our 6 clients, which 3 are national and 3 are international clients. Okay, and now we are building a fraud detection in claims, that we will be building a machine learning model. We already have a data. We have prepared already international funding again from different countries. And this all research in United Software is 100% funded by international universities and international clients. Okay, now the future plan, very important. In United Insurance, we are collecting images of the pre-inspection and post-inspection. Like, for example, if United Insurance is going to give an insurance to a car, so one of our representative is going to that client and taking the images of the vehicle. So we are storing into our big data. We are capturing these images from 2 years. Now, one of our team have started already working on creating the deep learning model onto these images, that if we can take the images and our machine learning platform can automatically estimate the estimated loss. We are working on it. A few of my team members are doing masters from different universities to learn more techniques. We are creating research with the academia, and we are trying to implement into United Insurance. Thank you, everyone. I am available on LinkedIn. So if anyone have any questions about these models, what we are doing in United Software, how we are building these models, how we can help other insurance companies, because we are open to work with anyone. And I would like to thank my chairman, Mr. Mia M. Shahid, who allowed us to work with the different companies. we are working internationally and nationally. We are selling our insurance product to the other insurance companies.
Thank you, Mr. Munir Ahmad, for that great presentation.
Thank
You've
you.
contributed quite a bit to our knowledge. Please keep informing others and keeping, working on such innovative ideas. Thank you very much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We've got some more exciting sessions coming up.